Okay, alright everybody. I do apologize, having some connection issues. Hopefully they have resolved. I am Rollinwolf, greetings and salutations. Today we are here to start our Daggerheart Beta 1.5 series. I am probably more excited for this one than anything I've gotten up so far, mainly because tabletop RPGs are a big passion of mine. And I think Daggerheart is going to be one of the that you're going to see with the folks behind Critical Role and Darrington Press involved. And it's just such a good game. But let me start off by going over the copyright notice. This recording was created using the Darrington Press Community Gaming License, the Illuminated Worlds Standard Resource Document, Darrington Press LLC, all rights are reserved. And specifically, we are discussing the 1.5 beta version of the rules. The finished product will be out in spring of 2025. And until it is out, this is for all of us to use and kind of kick the tires on Daggerheart. And I gotta say, it is very well done, and perhaps better than many a finished product that I have bought in the past. I'm gonna turn down the background audio real quick, just a little bit more. So first off, let me give you a little bit of an introduction to me, Rollinwolf, my name, aka John. I have been playing tabletop RPGs for 43 years. I started playing in the first grade with my best friend. He got the red box D&D for over Christmas break. His dad gave it to him at the beginning of the Christmas break. And said, I thought you boys might enjoy this over the holiday, so go ahead and open it up. And he opened it up, and we never looked back. I have been playing RPGs, running RPGs ever since. We spent that holiday break creating characters, figuring out the rules, and kind of together running the game and playing the game at the same time. And as you can imagine, 2 6-year-olds kind of winging it on their own. It was some interesting times in those early days, but we definitely had fun. We quickly leaving basic D&D for advanced D&D. I don't know how many countless hours I have spent GMing or running people through content based on Keep on the Borderlands, classic adventure that was a great one. But yeah, since then, of course, I continued playing Dungeons and Dragons throughout elementary school. And got involved in some other games as well, but mainly the focus has always been D&D and fantasy primarily, although I've played all kinds of different systems throughout the years and genres. But yeah, I've been doing it for 43 years now, and I gotta say, every once in a while a game comes along that gets me hyped and gets me excited, and Daggerheart by Darrington Press has got to be one of the most promising looking RPGs I have ever seen. Really focused and driven. It's very fluid, and it kind of puts the fiction forward, instead of worrying about mechanics and rounds and things like that as much. Not that there's no mechanics involved, and we'll get into all of this. I wanted to kind of do a introductory video to the series. I intend to break down and go over everything involved that we have based on the beta, give out tips and tricks and things that you will see in the system and in whenever, and I do advise, keep in mind this is the 1.5 rules. The full release is next spring. I do have mine on order already. They've got a wonderful limited edition set that you can get that will be available until release. So if you want it, I would grab it. And to clarify, I am not sponsored by anyone. I would of course let you know if this should ever change and I get any sponsors, but currently I have no sponsorship. I promote the products that I enjoy and things that I like, and I gotta say this one is gonna take the cake, I have no doubt. If you've had a chance to look at the beta rules and have experience, whether it be GMing or playing, I think you're going to be shocked to see how, I guess, how cutting edge the choices that they made for the narrative player-driven game that Daggerheart is intended to be. And I would encourage everyone to embrace these rules and really embrace the style of play that Daggerheart is trying to create, because I think you will find that you will not go wrong with this system. The ease of the system enables create the tale, create the story that you and your players are wanting to create, and keep them involved and encourage the motivations and the player-driven narrative that is Daggerheart. You will, I think, have the most satisfying games that you probably ever had at your table, as far as players being involved and connected and invested in the game. I can't think of how many countless times as a GM and as a player, because of game mechanics, not being able to do the thing that I wanted to do, or that a player wanted to do, because it didn't fit within the mechanics of the game. And that can be very clunky. It can really take people out of their enjoyment of a game. And this is going to be kind of bridge that gap from very, very narrative games that are very freeform and very crunchy game mechanic heavy games as well. I think this is going to strike that happy balance, and everyone, as always, you know, anytime you're GMing, game mastering a game, you and the people at the table can do whatever you want. But whenever you're trying to run something, especially if you're running it for people that you maybe are not particularly friends with, maybe this is the first time you've ever met some people before, and to play a game, there are certain expectations that, you know, everybody's gonna kind of follow along with the rules, and you've got certain standards set there that can be surprising if they're not adhered to. First off, you should always, discuss with your players if you do have homebrewed rules that you're doing something different than what the system that you're playing is. But you're gonna have a lot less of that if you play Daggerheart in the spirit that it was meant to be played. That is what I'm gonna say. This it to go on super long, I do just kind of want to overlay some of what you can expect in this series. We're going to go over session zeros. The importance of a session 0 in Daggerheart is paramount, especially if you want to embrace the design intention of Daggerheart, where the campaign is kind of created by not only the game master but the players as well. This is a collaborative effort for everyone to be on the same page, telling a player-driven saga, story, campaign. And I say saga because that's what I'm going to call my campaigns. I'm going to call them sagas because each one is so individualized, and the people at the table, whether it's a virtual table or an in-person table, are going to make that tale come to life. And you as the game master have the honor and privilege of being able to be that person to keep the spirit of the game there, to keep the not just the mechanics and the world itself of like what's going on and how do you resolve things, but it's your decisions that will let everyone else know how to react and how to embrace Daggerheart, the game that y'all are playing. And I encourage you to, head first, dive in, go. They have, even in the beta, there's a quick start adventure, a complete adventure to follow up on that, and many campaign frames, which that'll be one of the things that we discuss about as well. What exactly is a campaign frame? It is kind of like your overarching theme, plot. There's a lot to it, and we will get into individual episodes, but I do encourage everyone to embrace this game for what it is and really dive into the narrative, player-driven structure that this game is designed to be. And you will have, I think, the most invested players you've probably ever had at your table if this is done the way it's designed to be done. And I've got 43 years of experience. I'm going to get into how I am going to approach this. I'm going to hopefully inspire you to approach it and answer questions on how to approach it if you don't have 43 years of experience game mastering. So I hope everyone buckles up and enjoys this trip that we are about to go on with Daggerheart, and the getting to know the beta and how you can jump in and play right now, and the things to look forward to coming down the pipe, because I guarantee you in the spring of 2025 you are going to see Daggerheart campaigns all over the place, and I expect that people are going to be coming in droves to play this game. I think the industry leaders are very, very nervous, and they should be, because with Darrington Press and Critical Role behind this, it's going to be good. And yeah, I'm super excited. I think we will end this first introduction video here. Like I said, I just wanted to hop on, give a quick introduction to what all Daggerheart is and what we're going to be getting into. Next episode, kind of an overview of session 0. We're going to go over the cats. If you haven't read it, you're probably wondering, cats? What are you talking about? You'll find out. Tune in next episode. Join me on this adventure, because it's going to be a wild one, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So whether you're new to gaming, new to tabletop RPGs, or if you've been around for a long time and are like me and want to know what all this hype is, then come along for the ride. I'll see you soon. This is Rollinwolf. We'll be back at you here in just a little bit.